Well, good evening, everyone. Tonight I've got Christie from Tippywinks Vintage joining us for a fun glow and tell. She's going to show her uranium collection, and I'm so thrilled to have you with me, Christie. This is going to be a lot of fun. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your channel.
Okay. Hold on, wait, I should turn this down. Sorry. I'm getting feedback, sorry. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, so my name is Christie, and on my channel Tippywinks, what I do is I show like my vintage hauls that I get from YouTube resellers, Instagram resellers, and eBay. And I show my stuff, and a lot of it is uranium because I love uranium. I love it. And so, yeah.
Well, Christie's got a great channel, and I have linked her down below. So make sure you go subscribe. And if we got any moderators in the chat, you can continue to drop her link throughout the show tonight. And of course, guys, if you've got questions for Christie, just type them into the chat, and I would be thrilled to pop them up on the screen, and we'll be glad to answer them. It is so fun seeing uranium because there's just something about that glow that is just amazing. And I know the first time I saw it, I was completely mesmerized. So, Christie, why don't you tell us a little bit how you got started collecting uranium?
Okay, so I had seen uranium before, and I really liked it, but I never really collected it until I started, the pandemic. I started watching YouTube resellers. I keep on hearing an echo. I don't know why.
I don't hear an echo on my end.
Okay, maybe it's just me. So anyway, I started watching the different resellers, and it was Thrifty's fault. Sarah from Thrifty got me hooked on uranium glass, and then it's just a tumble effect. And so now I've collected it from, you're going to see the pieces I have, I've gotten from different people. Dee from Thrill of the Thrift, who I see is here. Hi, Dee, thanks for coming. And Tim from Over the Years and Thrift You. And also from the Pink Elephant Parlor. I mean, I've got stuff from lots of different people, but I love uranium glass, and I'll be the first to tell you, I am not as knowledgeable about it like Tim from Over the Years, because Tim knows a lot about uranium. He's done deep dives with Patrick, which I do encourage you to go watch.
Yes, definitely. Trusty Huckster Mercantile has great deep dives, so definitely go check him out.
Yes, and so you know, I was a little nervous about coming on because I was like, all I know is that I like it. That's it. That's all I know.
Well, that is wonderful, Christie. And yes, I know when you first see that glow, you just instantly become attracted to it. You got to have more pieces because it's just mesmerizing. And let's say hello to a couple folks in the chat before we jump into the full show and tell. I see Martha, Vintage Conversation, is saying she's all aglow with excitement. That's fun. There's a lot of puns you could put into this glow and tell tonight. And I see Christine, Side Stream Market, is joining us. Hello. And Miss Pam's in the chat. Hello, our Pamabama. Thanks for joining us. We got Diane Broderick joining us tonight. Hello, Diane. And of course, Vinny. Vinny's always so kind. He always comes and supports everyone.
Love Vinny.
Thank you for being here tonight. And we got Chad, Shop Retro Days, joining us. Hi, Chad. Welcome. And Tammy is here. Hi, Tammy. I bet Linda's in the chat too. And let's see, Kim's joining us from Oh My Vintage. Hello, Kim. And we got Canada represented. Suzical is here. Hello, Suzical. Thanks so much for joining. And Tippy's joining us and saying hello to everybody. Tippy's so cute.
He saw the laptop go up, and he just and he ran over here. He's a ham.
Yes, and Carrie's joining us. Now, YouTube has been acting up, so I hope it's all settled down. But if there is anything going on, you can let us know in the chat. And I see Daniel is joining us. Tacky is me. Hi, Daniel. I'm so glad you're here. Robin Summers is joining us. We have Helen Booty, the New England Thrifter. Hello. Book Bewitched. The chat just jumped. Hi, Proud American. Thanks for joining us. Hi, the chat is acting funny. but that always happens in StreamYard. So let me go back up. Ooh, there's a lot of folks joining us. I see Book Bewitched is here. Hello. And Dee from Thrill of the Thrift. Hi, Dee. I'm so glad you're here. And Angela's joining us, our wonderful calendar gal. She creates the calendar. So thank you, Angela. Victoria H is joining us. Hi, Victoria. Man, StreamYard is acting weird. I see that it's taking a while for those comments to go away. That's really strange. Hi, Thrifting Adventures, Stephanie. Hello, hello. And Angela's been so kind. Whoa, that is weird. She's put the YouTube link to your channel. So
thanks, Angela.
Let's see. Anybody else in the chat saying there's something happening? Okay, Helen Casey is here. Hello, Helen. Thank you so much. And I see Brittany, Blind by Beauty, is here. Hello, hello. And Mimi's Treasure Cottage. Okay.
Debbie from
And
Our Vagabond Travel.
The chat is going. I got to get back down to the bottom. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for joining us. Sharon Delaney. Hi, Sharon. Thank you. You're returning. She was in my live premiere earlier. So thank you, Sharon. I'm so glad you are back. Cindy B is here. Hello, hello. Man, there's so many great folks in the chat tonight.
There are. Susical, hey.
Junk and Data Girl here. Yes, Proud American. Ooh, and the chat just jumped and I lost Proud American's comment, but hello. There's Debbie, our Vagabond Travels. Hi, Debbie, and Proud American again. And anyone else I'm missing? Hello, hello. The chat's been jumping. Oh, Michelle's here, Emancipation 300.
Hey, Michelle.
Michelle, thanks for joining us. Okay, folks, so thank you all for joining in tonight. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and put that in the bottom there. And, of course, big hello to Tippy, our little star on screen. He's so darling. I love Tippy. He makes me so happy. So he's going to be showing off some uranium tonight with Christie. So
I had to wear your little t-shirt. What does this t-shirt say? I forgot. Living the high life.
You're living the high life. You're high on the uranium glass. You're just gotten that buzz from the glow.
You did.
So let's jump into this. Now, of course, guys, if you have questions, as I mentioned, feel free to drop them into the chat and we'll get them answered as we go along. So, Christie, show us your favorite piece. We're going to start off with a bang here. Show us your favorite piece in your collection. And then Daniel, yes, we'll show our brooches.
I'm going to turn down the light some so y'all can kind of see it a little bit better when it glows. Okay, so I have lots of different pieces. It's hard to pick a favorite because I love so many different ones. But one of my favorites that I automatically thought of when Katie's like, well, bring some things to show that you know you like and that are your favorites. This came to mind. Now, this I got from Dee, Thrill of the Thrift. Her sales are amazing. Every Saturday, 3 o'clock Central. Right? It's 2 o'clock Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so D. This is a piece of Northwood glass. Okay, and Northwood, they have this really cool, like these little tree stump thingies. I love that. I mean, I just thought it was so unique. And D, she finds the most amazing things. And I mean, bam! Look at that. Wow. Great. Oh my God. I love it. And okay, so what I liked about this one is the fact that it is, so I want to turn it up again so you can just see some of the details of this because it's pretty cool. It's got this opalescent effect around it. It looks like a swirling tornado or something. And then it's so beautiful. I really love this one. So this one's from D. Then, it's a Jack and Pulpit vase. Oh, well, that's true. It does have that look to it.
It really does, Vinny.
It does. Now, here's another piece. Now, this one I got from, thanks, Sharon. This one I actually got from Michelle from, hold on. Michelle, Newton's Cupboard. She had this one, and I saw it in her preview, and I can't believe I actually got it. This, she said, was a Johnson Brothers piece. Now, this is Vaseline glass. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know a whole lot about uranium other than I love it. But I do know that it's like, okay, there's Vaseline glass, which is yellow. It's all kind of uranium, but the thing is, the Vaseline glass is more, they call it Vaseline glass because it had the color of Vaseline. And it does glow. It glows a lot. And it's a Johnson Brothers piece, she said. And here's the coolest thing. Along the edges, it's like this dotted, like kind of like swirly pinks around the edge. And it's opalescent and it's amazing. And look at the glow. I mean, I need to turn it down so you can really see how beautiful it is.
Turn the light off, we can really see.
Yeah. But you see how gorgeous it is?
And I love the strawberry design on the inside of that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Let me just turn this down a little bit more. Okay. But yes. There we go. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, I know it doesn't show up as green, but I mean, this thing is just super green. I always kid around that I want to have like a, what do you call it? A rave in my kitchen and just put like a disco light or something. That's the plan. That's the plan.
Me too. I would love to see that. I think having a black light under some uranium would just be great. And Tim's in the chat. Thanks, Tim, for joining us.
Tim!
And he says that he loves that piece, and I do too.
I love that piece. I thought it was really amazing. You know, and it's Johnson Brothers. Well, you know, like I said, I'd never heard of Johnson Brothers other than when I got that piece, and I was like, wow. But those are a couple of my favorites. Now, and go ahead.
Emancipation is saying that it's stunning, and it's the kind of piece that stops you in your tracks, and I agree. It's just gorgeous.
You're right. I mean, like, I love those really showstopper pieces. Now, look, there's a lot of uranium glass. Most of it, hey Peterson, was mostly functional. I mean, like, because there's like cups and saucers and plates, which I do have. I have quite a few of those pieces, but you know, I kind of want to focus on those really cool pieces that it's like they were more decorative in some ways. Now, look, this one. I use, okay? And Vivian Chavez, she got me this. Look.
Oh, that's amazing.
I know it looks like just regular glass, but it is super beautiful, like a yellow Vaseline glass, and I use it to drink out of.
Why not? You really should be using your vintage. And, you know, folks, for all of you guys, I know this question is probably going to come up tonight, is it safe to use uranium? And it absolutely is, because you're actually getting more radiation from your smoke detector than you are uranium pieces. And that's why I love having Christie on, and she's actually living and using these pieces. And a great question came up in the chat from Martha. She's asking, how do you keep your collection, or where do you keep it?
Well, okay, so a lot of people like to keep it in a cabinet with black lights, and you know, and look, I do have a cabinet that I do keep some in, but honestly, I use a lot of it. I've got a really great big, I meant to bring it over here. I use it for my sugar, like to keep my sugar in. And I make, like, every time I make my coffee, I use that for my sugar. I've got a piece of uranium glass. It's got like the salt that we use for cooking, because I really feel like they were made to be used that way. And they make me happy every time I go into the kitchen. I do have a black light display in the kitchen with some other like some salt and pepper pieces and stuff that's more kitchen stuff, you know? In fact, one of the first piece, hey Chicago lady, hey Teeny. The first piece that I got was from Thrift You, and here it is. I fell in love with this, and I think, oh, here it is. It's on this side, and it is,
wow.
And I thought it was amazing because it's like, I mean, it still had, you know, like this little thing with it, and I love that it had like the measurements. And this is the sturdy piece of glass. I mean, this is probably from maybe the 30s, you know, judging by the handle and stuff. And look at how many years it survived. And look, bam, look at that. It lights up. I love it. I love it. And I have this in my kitchen, and I can see it every day. And this is a really fabulous piece that I love. I love it. It's one of my faves.
It really is. And I love that was such a practical piece that somebody probably used every day in their kitchen, and now you're giving it new life again. And Vinny has a great comment coming in. He's saying that older stuff is better quality for the most part. And I agree, Vinny. I just think that the vintage stuff is just better made for some reason. And yeah, proud American saying, bam.
Bam. Yes.
So we did get a request to see my brooch, but I wore this in honor of Christie tonight because this is uranium. So I have a uranium Weiss brooch on tonight.
Oh.
We're going to try to show that glow. I don't think the camera's going to pick that up, folks, but it does glow. And if you are following me on Instagram, you can see that glow. But Christie, that is in honor of you tonight. I wore that.
Thank you. I don't have any uranium brooches at all. I don't have any uranium brooches. I have a pair of uranium glass earrings that Manal, a very sweet friend that I have met through our chats and stuff, gave me. I didn't wear them because here's the thing. I put them in a very safe place. And now I can't remember where the safe place is.
That's always the problem, right? But you'll come across them. It will hit you in the next day or two. Oh, yeah, that's where I put them.
But they're safe.
So I want to know, I have to know now, we've talked about your favorite piece and your first piece, but tell me a little bit about a piece that has the most interesting story behind it, like how you got it, or, a piece that's just really wow.
Okay. It's a recent one. Yeah, exactly, D. CRS. That's what I've got. I've got it already.
Yeah, we all have CRS from time to time.
Okay, look, this is a recent piece that I got from Tim from over the years. And look, I love the utilitarian pieces that were used every day that probably didn't survive, mostly because of the fact that it was used every day. Those things really they flip a switch. That's the thing I like. Okay. And this is pretty cool. Now I do have Frigid Air made in their refrigerators, their stuff used to come with some uranium glass in it, and it would have a decanter, like a water decanter and things like that, which I do have one that I got from Thrifty. I just forgot to bring it over here. But this is one. Now, Tim said this was for juice. And it's so perfect. I love how the design and everything, it was made back then not to take up a lot of room. And I just got it in. I have not hit this with the light yet in person, but it's amazing.
Oh, my gosh, how art deco.
I love it. I love it. Now, it's hard to see because it's like a faint green. But when I saw this, and in fact, I think it was Carrie told me about this. Carrie, KCATX. He told me he's got a piece on there you're gonna like. And she sent me a picture. I was like, oh my God, I have to get it. Oh my God, I love this. And then check it out. Let me see if I can. A bam stick.
Gotta get the bam working.
Bam! Look at that.
Oh my God.
Isn't it beautiful?
I love that.
I love this. I mean, and look at it. I mean, the way it's got these little ribs right here, so it won't slip, and you can just pour it. And I mean, it didn't have the cap, but I mean, because I don't know if when y'all were when I was little, I used to go visit my grandparents in South Texas, and back then, many moons ago. Tropicana orange juice used to come in a glass container, okay? And so what she would do is my grandmother would reuse those and put water in there. And I don't know if you've ever had I mean, probably people wouldn't want to drink well water, but I mean, well water from at least from that part of South Texas and stuff like that. It's kind of got this cool taste. And when it's cold and it's in a glass container, it just has memories. Do you know what I'm saying? And I thought of that. That's what this does for me. It just brings back those memories of, because water, that is the best water I ever had in my life. I know I'll never have water as good. But I just think of that, like some little kid or somebody like, years ago pulling this out, and just pouring their juice or whatever. To me, I love the connection that it just, somebody used that on a day-to-day basis. That's probably from, I don't know, the 30s. Am I right, Tim? It's amazing. I think that is what the coolest thing about all these pieces is, about all the stuff that we all collect and stuff. I think just knowing that somebody used it and it was a part of their everyday life and it survived all these years.
It is amazing. I mean, I have my great grandmother's uranium cake stand. That's the Jeanette sunflower pattern. And my grandmother remembers them using it practically every day. They always had some sort of a cake or a pie or something on it. And I just think that's amazing. And those actually came in sacks of flour. They were giveaways. Oh. So to me, it's amazing that those kinds of things survived, because imagine them being like in sacks of flour and people getting them during the Great Depression and then using them. But glass was sturdier then, and it's just really amazing. And I like your idea of having that connection back to a memory in your family where, it's really what vintage does for all of us, is brings back those wonderful memories. And there's a great
memories.
Yes, collect the memories. I like that. That needs to be on a shirt. Now, Kim's got a great question for you. She's asking, do you also collect small vintage clocks with the dials and numbers that are painted with the radium or uranium?
Kim, I have wanted to find one. And you know what? I'm sure my mom over the years has probably had one or something like that, but I haven't found one yet. And nowadays, they're so expensive. I would love one, that's actually got the, where you could see the dial and stuff like that. But they're so expensive now, unless I found one with a really good deal. I mean, but I'd love to have one. I'd love to have one.
And I see Tim from over the years talking about the Geiger counter, and I really would like to get a Geiger counter and measure the amount of uranium and things. I think that would be interesting. And I saw earlier, Vinny put a comment in the chat. Vinny, if you can type that name in again. But if you guys love uranium, first of all, go check out Tim over the years, his live sales every Monday at 8. He is phenomenal. Great prices, fantastic.
Great prices,
fantastic
great
vintage
stuff. Awesome. And it all comes packed like it's a little baby. It's like,
Tim's a great packing. He really is. But also go check out on Instagram. I think Vinny put that in the chat, but Radioactive Antiques. Oh, that's my God.
Radioactive Antiques.
Amazing account if you love uranium. And of course, follow Christie, because she's always going to have the BAM for you. So, Christie, tell us a little bit about your least inexpensive piece that's in your collection.
Okay, well, look, I have some pieces that were gifted to me. Does that count?
Yeah, that counts. Absolutely.
Okay, so I have a few pieces that were gifted to me that I love. Okay, so this was given to me by Sarah from Thrift View. Bam! Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Oh, that is gorgeous. I love
this one.
On that.
I love this one. This is really cool. She gave this to me. I super love it. Then, here, I'm going to zoom through some other stuff. Then, I was given this one. This is from, hold on, let me make sure I got pieces in a row here. Where are you? I don't want to say the wrong thing of who gave it to me when it was, Okay. This one I got from, this is from Vintage Vinny, but Randy Heilman gave me this.
And look at that vase.
It's a bud vase, but it's got a little bit of a swung glass effect, Isn't it pretty?
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I love this. I love it. And then, oh wait, you have to see this one. This is really amazing. Hold on. Where'd it go? Hold on. I'm sorry. I brought all my glass over here and I just pounced it on there.
I love Proud American's comment. He says, "Oh Lord, that's a BAM."
It is a BAM. It is a BAM.
Proud American. It really is. There's something amazing about that uranium glass. And Dee from Thrill of the Thrift was saying that she got a shirt, or she's made a shirt that says, "I thrift for the memories," and I love that.
I love that shirt.
Yes.
Now this one came from Lori Wortley. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Isn't it beautiful? And look at the edges on it. Isn't it gorgeous? And it's got like this pretty little scalloped effect. I got this by surprise one day and I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, that's amazing.
I love it. I love it. Lori Wortley gave me that. And okay, so those are the things that, oh, okay, yes. Okay, those are the ones that, well, they didn't cost me anything. Somebody gave them to me. It was great. Now this piece is a real favorite. I got this from Miss Pam. It was one of the very few things, it was one of the first things that I got from her, because I've gotten tons of things from her, but this was, I think, one of the first purchase I made from her. And it's amazing. And she'd never seen anything like this. Okay, this glows big time. Okay, this is probably my glowiest piece. Ready? Bam! Look at that.
Wow.
Can you see how big
That
the glow
glows
is?
like crazy.
Now, I got to show you this, and forgive me, because I mean, this may bore people, and I forgive me if it does. It's a scalloped shell effect. It's got like, it's
Frosted.
It's like a frosted, but it feels like the frosting is not like an acid wash thing. It was kind of like made in there, you know, like you can hear it. And then it's got little gold edges around these little shell feet. And it's so beautiful. It's this big. I don't know if Tim's still here, but if he has any idea what this is, like, because Miss Pam didn't know who made it. She just knew that it was very old.
It kind of looks like a Northwood piece to me, but I don't know. I mean, that's amazing.
It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful.
Fancy.
Oh, it's gorgeous, and it's like they just brushed the edges like with some gold. Oh my God, I loved it. I loved it. That is one of my nicest pieces. That glows the most. Now, here's one I got not too long ago from Tim. Again, from over the years. I feed my addiction a lot through Tim. Okay.
Well, Tim, let me tell you, I mean, everybody has great stuff, but Tim brings the glass. He's the glass guy.
He is the glass guy. He's the man. Now, here it is. Now, look at this fan base.
Oh, I saw that and loved it too.
Do you see like right here, the design in that?
Oh, that optic pattern is gorgeous.
I'm thinking it's like 30s, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
And look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Christie, you've got some great pieces.
I love this so much. This was another thing that I think somebody gave me the heads up on this one. Might have been Nate. I love this. I had to have it. Yeah. I mean, right, Tim? I mean, this and the fact that it's got the gold up here. I've already used it for flowers. I mean, like I said, I just watched it a little bit because, you know, it still had like, you know, you could tell where the water was in it, but I use it for flowers. And our roses that are blooming so beautiful after that horrible freeze that we had, almost froze my butt off, but our roses, and this filled with pink roses, it's gorgeous, gorgeous, I'm telling you.
It really is. And that gold overlay is absolutely stunning.
I love it. I love it. And like I said, I do, okay, here, wait, some other pieces. Now, I'm pretty sure I got this from Tim. I'm pretty sure I did. Look at this. I thought, because look at the amazing thing. You wouldn't think when you look at this, sorry, I'm going to turn up the light so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. It's almost like white. It's not even a yellow. It's not even
a pretty color.
Yeah, it's almost like a, okay, here's the thing. On the inside, which I don't know if you can see the pattern, it's got little strawberries pressed in the glass.
Oh, that is just lovely.
Can you kind of see it a little bit?
Yes, I can see the strawberries.
It's kind of faint. It's kind of faint, but you know, if you look at it like in the light, it's like, okay, it's a pale yellow, but then it's got such a huge glow. And I mean, I had to have gotten it from Tim. You know, I mean,
that's amazing. I love. Would you consider that kind of like a custard glass?
Yes, it's like a custard glass, but it's got like faint pieces of Vaseline on the, you know, like around the tips, the edges, like the Vaseline where it's yellow.
And Daniel's saying, I won't be winning in uranium if Christie's there. Christie loves her uranium. You guys, are gonna have to fight her in the chat for it.
You know what though? My pocketbook only goes so far. So trust me, if I'm very easily outbid.
And Benny, he did pick up a wonderful nude nymph trinket box that was on his Instagram. So if you get a chance to check that out, Christy, that was cool.
Oh my gosh, Jenny, why do you even tell me this? Because you know I'm gonna be bugging you like, can I have it? Can I buy it? Can I buy it?
All right. So what else do you have to show, Christy? I'm just mesmerized by your collection.
Okay.
It's so fun.
Here's another one. Now this one, I believe this was a gift from Miss Pam. Okay. Bam, look at that.
Oh my goodness. That one glows a ton.
It glows a ton. Isn't that beautiful? This one is very gorgeous.
I love the ruffled rim.
But the thing is, when you look at it, it almost looks like an aqua green, you know, like a little bit of a sea foam kind of color, which I think is amazing because I'd never seen that. But the glow is amazing. And you'll notice that the pieces that were made later, I mean, there wasn't as much uranium in those pieces. So, you know, you'll see that. Now,
and that piece kind of amazes me because I've had pieces in that aqua color and you think they glow and they don't glow. So that one I might have accidentally passed by myself thinking, oh, that's one of those pieces that won't glow, but it does. So make sure you check everything because you never know what's going to light up. It's fun.
And, you know, and sometimes, you know, like I forget my flashlight. So what I do is guaranteed in every antique mall, there is somebody that's selling uranium and they've got a display case with the black light.
I've taken things over to display cases and held it under.
Yeah. And just use it to check the pieces out because, you know, and like I said, I mean, it's not so much that something glows. You really have to love the piece, you know?
Yes. And make it special.
It makes it special. Now this is, okay, I've got a couple of console bowls. I brought one to show you. And this one I got from Thrift You. I loved it because of the pattern that was painted on this. Now, can you see the gold?
Oh, man, that's just stunning.
First off, the shape. I love it. You know?
I love that shape. Kind of like an umbrella. Just gorgeous.
It's really gorgeous. It's really gorgeous, but I need to stop collecting these because I do not have the room for this stuff besides stuff. You know, and then, but look, bam, see, it does light up. It's beautiful, but because it's such a spread out piece, you know, it doesn't show it like it concentrated in one spot. But it's still got a lot of uranium, you know, because for a piece this big, it really shows. It really shows. I love this one.
That's probably my favorite shape so far that you've showed. I just think that is stunning.
I love that one. And then this one I got from, I got one from Tim, but I also have another one from Thrift You. And I got this, look at this, Fenton. Fenton. And it's kind of hard to see the pattern, but it's got like, it's got this beautiful, oh gosh, it's so hard to see. It's like a floral pattern on it. And I've seen, God, it's hard to see it, but it's, you can kind of catch a little bit of it.
Beautiful, you know, custard glass.
It's custard glass. And so I have a matching pair of this. So now for the people that like candlesticks, this one I got from Thrift You, and I wanted a pair of candlesticks. And again, I don't have a lot of room for, you know, a lot of it. So I wanted to make sure that the candlesticks that I got were really, I wanted it to be like a real blingy kind of thing. Spanish lace. Okay. Thank you, D Spanish lace. Okay. Now, bye, Angela.
Bye, Angela.
Okay. So look at these.
Oh, those are beautiful.
I love these. I got these from Sarah. And of course, they have, you know, the glow, and they really glow. I'm thinking these are 1920s. You know, they have a lot of glow on them. And I mean, it's amazing to me. So, you know, I figured, okay, that's good. If I don't come across another pair, I'm happy with what I got. I love those.
And those really would look beautiful on the side of your console bowl that you got, because they do have that gold and they match, and they're
Yes.
just, yeah. And
Yes.
I saw Martha saying, yes, they work with the bowl.
Right?
Hey, Joanne, thanks for joining us, and everyone just
Hi,
popped in.
Joanne.
Oh, Joni's here.
Hi, Joanne. Thanks for coming. Hey,
I think Sharon's about to have a didote in the chat over all your uranium. I mean, she is just loving this uranium.
So
I'm thrilled. I like it too. It's spectacular.
Michelle's like, Coco is like, amen. You're right. She is. She's like, no, she doesn't have any room. This is a tidbit tray that I got from Tim. I liked it. It was like a little heart. You know, this is good for cheese. You know?
Yes.
Cheese and crackers. I love it.
Cashews.
And I would use this for cheese and crackers. How fancy can you get?
I would love to have a little tea party. Christy, this is something we should do. When we have the company picnic, we should be in charge of hosting a tea party. But our tea party is going to have all uranium, and we'll have fancy little sandwiches on a little dish like that.
Yes.
Cheese and crackers, metaphors, whatever.
It's true. It's true. Okay. Now here's one. This is Vaseline. Now, okay. You know, now look, I know everybody can understand this. Hey, Dana. Okay. When you see something on YouTube that somebody's selling, hey, Jamie.
And
it's
Jamie,
a shot glass holder. Oh, it's a shot glass holder. Okay. That makes sense.
Well, that's very cool, Jamie. Thanks to all of you guys putting in the wonderful information.
Okay, now this one, okay, but you know what I'm talking about. I know you feel me, where you look at something on screen and it's like, oh my gosh, that's really big. And then you get it and it's like tiny. You know, it's like, oh, I thought that was going to be bigger. That's like, I always appreciate people that bring it back to the size, you know, like till they pull it up to their head so you can kind of see, you know. So whenever I do my videos, I'm like, okay, it's yay big, and I'll put it back next to my head so you can see that, okay, this is the actual size of it, okay? Because, yeah, that's happened to me. This is one of the cases where I thought it was a little bit bigger, but still, this is stunning, and I had to research it a little bit, and I found out what this is. Because, you know, when you're back in the day, these little kids, they played with actual glass play sets, okay? Which, I mean, I think they still make like porcelain ones and stuff like that for little kids. But this one is amazing because I thought it was like a little butter pat. That's what Sarah thought it was too. This is the cutest thing. It's a little, this is actually like a little butter dish, but it's like for a children's play set. It's Vaseline glass. It has a strawberry on top. It has a strawberry pattern around the edges and a big strawberry in the middle. If you flip it around, it's easier to see. Okay. Now this is Vaseline glass, and it's amazing because look.
Wow.
It super glows. I mean, this has got so much glow, and right there. I mean, that's how big it is. But like when you're looking at it like this, it's like, oh, it's huge. That's happened to me quite a few times. But I was glad to have this. I was really glad to have this because think about this. Little kids were playing with it. I mean, how many survived? You know what I mean?
Yes. And that's amazing because, you know, kids are kind of rough with their items. And so for that to survive is really neat. And then someone took the care to preserve it and wrap it up and save it. That stuff just makes me so happy.
It's a sturdy little piece of glass.
And it lives on now with you. And we've got a question coming in from Helen Boone, New England Thrifter. She's saying, can clear glass glow? And that's a really good question.
I mean, I've heard of glass. Like I've seen blue glass that glows, you know. Yep. I don't know if Tim is still here, but I don't know if Tim's seen any clear glass that can glow. I mean, like I said, I
personally have not, but I have a red glass that glows. There's blue glass that glows. I've had that. Orange glass that has the cadmium in it that does glow. So
amberina.
Amberina. You never know what's going to really glow. So, and Daniel, yes. Daniel's saying yes, because that's right, Daniel. So I actually have seen clear glass that glows because Daniel had a piece. We were FaceTiming and he showed me a piece that did glow. So yes, that's true. You never know what's going to glow.
Yeah, you don't. And so I always like hit it because I'm telling you, I found one that was, I showed it on, what was it? On my live haul that I did with a Vintage Uprising Texas and with Vintage Conversation Martha. And I found it. It looks like a little tree trunk. And it glowed. And it was, I mean, it was $10. It was a darker green glass. So, you know, it looked like, you know, that glass color that they had in the 70s, like a dark green, you know, that the tiara kind of looked like, you know. It just, the shape of it and the way it looked, it almost reminded me of Northwood, the way it looked. And then Tim said that it actually came with like a little other piece that I guess you would put crackers or something in. It looked like a little trough or something. So, you know,
And
but
Michelle brings up a good point, and I just blanked on that for a second.
Oh,
but
that's
yes,
right.
there are clear flower frogs that glow.
They
Now,
do, yeah.
I do have one from Dee, and it does not glow, but it is still fabulous. And it's fun. You can put marbles in those. But yes, be on the lookout for things that you don't think is going to glow. So always take your black light with you. Now, Martha's got a great question for you here. And I was going to ask you this too. What is your be on the lookout piece for the next Holy Grail piece
Okay.
for you?
Now, look, I have seen some on Dee's sale, on Tim's sale, on the Pink Elephant Parlor, and on, who else is it that sells this? Thrift You. I have not been able to. Now, look, I have got, oh, yeah, that one. I've actually got, this is a small one, okay? This is a small one. This is a picture, right? And it's beautiful. I love it. It's got the bam, but this is how big it is, okay? I want, hey, Doug.
Hey, Doug.
But, okay, I'm from the South. We drink sweet tea. This is a glass for me. You know? I want a pitcher. I want a big uranium glass pitcher. And, you know, I would really love one. But the thing is, every time one comes up, I get outbid so quickly. I really do.
Well, we will be on the lookout for one for you, Christie.
But I would love one. I would love, like, it doesn't have to look like this. I'm just saying that it's like, you know, I want one of those sturdy ones, like one that's beautiful and that's big. I would use it. Yeah, this is for OJ. That's for OJ.
And I believe that that's the Anchor Hawking. Is it Princess Pattern, I believe?
Let me see. You tell me.
Yes, I think that's Anchor Hawking Princess. That is gorgeous.
I love it. And I have it on display over there in my kitchen. I put flowers in it. I mean, I use it for that. But I mean, look, if I had company come over, if Miss Pam was coming over, I'd serve her orange juice in this because, you know,
right. And, you know, I use my uranium creamer and sugar set. I have a wonderful piece of uranium, and I actually fill that with water, the creamer, and I fill up my coffee pot every day with it. So, you know, I actually do use my uranium too.
No, and like I said, and there's utilitarian pieces that I have now. I have 2 sets of salt and pepper shakers that are uranium. It goes way, 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 way out of my price range sometimes. There was one piece that I bid on, but I was going up against Judy and Joanne, so I had no chance. They have, I would love to see. Now, Judy, you should subscribe to her Instagram because follow her Instagram because she always has amazing things. Joanne, oh my gosh, she has amazing things. They have beautiful collections. This is a pair of salt and pepper shakers that I believe I got from Thrift You. I love them. I liked them because I tend to go towards the 20s and the 30s type of style. It just, you know, that's what I like. But they really glow.
Oh my gosh, look at those.
And they're so beautiful. They have their tops. But I love that style, you know?
And that's a bam for sure.
Yeah, it's a bam for sure. In fact, you know what, Katie? I think it kind of matches this. It does.
I wonder if it's the same. You know, I think that might be the same Anchor Hawking Princess.
It is. I'm looking at it. I never, but yeah, it's got the same pattern. You're united.
I bet that's the same thing.
United and it feels so good. Okay, yeah. I won't sing for you.
Hi, Kelly. So good to have you here in the chat.
Wait a minute. Oh, there you go. I'm sorry. I lost you for a minute. Okay. So I found those. Now, let's see. Oh, hey, Kelly. Okay, now, here is the piece. I got this from Tim. This is Vaseline glass. This is, I guess, the daisy and button pattern. Am I right?
Yes, daisies and buttons.
But look at the shape of it.
That is so cool. I like that triangular shape.
Me too. It reminds me of like a UFO. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, it is. It's very flying saucer-esque.
Don't even get me started about aliens, okay? I'm all about X-Files, okay? So y'all know. But you know, I don't think it's too far-fetched for y'all to say, like, yeah, she looks like the type. But look. So this, of course, Vaseline glass. Bam! Look at that.
Oh my word! Look at that puppy glow.
It does.
Glow, see, baby, glow.
We could make a film where, like, we're trying to, like, you know, like the aliens, and this could have been the ship, like the little spaceship, and we could just, you know, like, you know.
We'll call it Vintage Aliens.
Vintage Aliens. Give me a show. she has a tinfoil cap.
Yeah, Christie's so much fun. That's right, Joni.
But oh, this would make a cute hat. Look at this.
You know, I could see that being the next fascinator for one of the British weddings, I think.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Just add like, look at this. Can you see it? You know, this looks good though, right? It looks good.
Tammy's asking what year was this stuff made? And I think it was made through all years, but I'll let you talk a little bit about that, Christie.
Okay. I believe, okay, and this is Tammy from, which Tammy?
Vintage Uprising, Texas, Tammy.
Tammy, you're dead wrong. You're dead wrong. When yours comes up, I'm going to ask you what year your cameras were made. I told her, I don't know that much about this stuff. She's dead wrong. Okay, but I kind of happened to have researched a little bit. But okay, from my understanding, it was made during the, like, you know, like at the beginning of the 1880s, I guess, you know, and it continued until like the beginning of the Cold War, where a lot of it started tapering out because, you know, they were using uranium for other things. And I kind of feel like when they were tapering out, like you can see as the pieces get a little bit older, like, you know, you don't see as much of a glow in those pieces. So the pieces I collect, just because, not because of the glow factor, just because the aesthetic of the 20s and the 30s, that's what I gravitate towards. I just really like that style. They tend to have more glow than a piece that you could get, like, because I believe early 50s, I think, you know, you were still getting like some of the, you know, uranium and stuff in there, just a little bit, I believe. Because, you know, you had a war going on.
Well, they did take it away during the war. I think they banned it. And I did hear someone saying that they actually came in and took it out of some people's houses. Now, I don't know that's 100% true, but I know during the war that they did take it away, and it kind of fell out of favor for a while.
You know what? If somebody tried to come out of my house and take my uranium glass, I'd be pulling off my earrings. Oh, no. No.
They're not going down without a fight for your.
Oh, it's not going down without a fight. Tippy would be grabbing onto their little their cuff of their pants, and it would be going down because no one's taking my stuff.
That's right. You can whack them over the head with your BAM stick. You're not getting my uranium today, mister. No, sir.
This can be a weapon, okay? This can be a weapon if it needs to be. Don't even worry about that. Now, I have just a couple other pieces to show you. Okay. Now this I got from Missy from Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter. Okay. Now look, this little baby of uranium police. This is a little bunny. Now I knew it had a boo-boo when I got it, but I loved it. Now this is a Fenton piece, and it does have like, it's kind of like a textured little flower. But see, his little bunny ear is gone. But that's okay. That's okay. I love him anyway. And look, he glows. Isn't he sweet? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Listen, now I know Tim's pain because sometimes his goes out. It won't work, but look. Isn't he cute? It's very dense, but it glows. If you're like here in person, you could see it. And then I found this when I went with Tammy and Martha. It's a little, and it was like a faint green color of glass. And look, and it glows.
Vinny's comment. Christie pulls off her earrings, throws a diode, and smacks him upside the head with the ginormous black light.
Yes. Yes. And you know, because before we get, I'm trying to take your but do you know what? When we came on, Katie showed her black light, and hers is like a little bitty teeny. Show them your black light, Katie.
Mine is like very sad in comparison to Christie's. I just have this tiny little nothing of a black light.
And I said, "This is my gig, okay? This is my money maker. You know I gotta have a big one." D has the same one. D has the same one because me and D mean business, okay?
I must be not as excited with my tiny little black light.
This is the one Tim needs. Tim needs one of these. He's got a little bitty one like Katie. And like, Tim, that's your business. You need a big one like this.
Yes, Vinny, I do. I agree. In this situation, I need to get a bigger BAM stick for my uranium collection because I also collect uranium. So I'm like Christie. I'm just so excited by this stuff, and watching you show your collection's just amazing.
Now I do have Martha from Vintage Conversation. She gave me, this is a woman. She didn't give me the shirt off her bag, but she gave me the uranium, like the black light keychain off of her keychain. She said, "Here you go." and I use it because that day my flashlight wouldn't work, and that's how I found that one piece that was $10 because I had her little thing, and I was like, "Oh, this glows." I knew it.
That's right. Go big or go home. That's right.
Go big or go home. This is Texas. We mean business.
Yes, everything's bigger in Texas.
If I could have like a floodlight one, it would be down. Okay. And Martha's like, she blacklight shamed me. I did. No, it's got, it's like, you got to be prepared. You got to have the BAM,
Now, I like my size because when I go to an antique mall, I can throw this in my pocket. Since I'm not a purse carrier, I just throw this in my pocket and I'm, good to go. But I need a bigger one for my uranium in my kitchen, so I can just go over there and go, "Oh wow, look at that!"
Well, look, that's your travel size one. You need one for home.
Yes, I need a home one. So we're gonna have a home one and a travel one. I like that.
Amazon people, $7.99.
That's a good price. All right, so Christie, what else do you got to show for today?
Well, actually, I think you were running out of time, so that's what that was it.
That's awesome.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have more. It's just to the kitchen, but I mean, I've got tons of it. I mean, I've still got more. This isn't even all of it. I know you think this was all of it, but there's still more.
Well, I'm gonna try to show my brooch one more time while we're.
Yeah. You have to take it off and then show it. Turn down your light.
I see people asking, so I'm gonna show this again.
Hopefully. And you gotta go bam.
Bam!
Bam! Look at that. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it.
Glowing?
Yes. Yes.
We're seeing our cameras backwards, but there we are.
It's beautiful.
There she glows, folks.
Look, and I don't have one of those.
I tell you, this brooch is not as cool as everything that Christie showed tonight. She is really brought bam.
Let me just show my brooch that I did wear today because I got my parrot shirt.
Christie's brooch.
This I got from Jamie from Mid-Century Wasted because I'd wanted a parrot brooch for a long time, and she had one in her sale. And I got this, and it goes perfectly with my shirt. So I was very happy.
And Daniel's saying that he loves that brooch. And I do too, that parrot brooch. And it matches your shirt perfectly. I mean, you've got
the parrot, yes.
And the parrot brooch, how perfect is that?
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, I just encourage people, like, I don't know a lot about uranium, okay? But and like Tim told me earlier, he's like, you know what? You learn as you go. And that's exactly what's happened. I've learned as I've gone on, and I found little bits here and there. I just, like I said, I really like the older pieces. That's my jam. But you know, you just should collect. Oh, hi, Thrifty. Hi. But present. But yeah, I mean, I've showed some of the stuff I've gotten from you, Thrifty. I don't know if that's Sarah Sam, I'm not sure. But you know, I get what you like, you know, and you don't have to know a lot about it, but if it's something you love, and I do love it, but like I said, sometimes, I mean, there's some stuff that I really want, but I mean, it goes out of my price range. But I'm like, you know what? There's lots of stuff out there. I'll eventually find it somewhere. And like I said, my big thing that I'm trying to get is a big pitcher for iced tea.
That would be wonderful. I would love to find that for you.
Listen, if you can find it, I'd be so happy. So if y'all see one, y'all let me know if it's not crazy expensive. And you know, because I would really like one of those. Yeah, and exactly. Tammy's like, you buy what you like, you know?
Exactly. Buy what makes you happy and what you like. Don't worry about what's popular now. And of course, if you like what's popular now, there's nothing wrong with that. But really do collect what you like and just make your home your fun space.
Yeah, and live with the pieces. I mean, because I mean, there's nothing wrong with keeping it in a cabinet and you know, and to look at it looks pretty. I mean, by all means, but like I said, I really like it makes me happy when I've got like because like I said, I have this this it was a telephone niche. You know what I'm talking about, like from the 30s, you know?
Yeah.
That, you know, that goes in the wall where people put their telephone. You know what I'm talking about? Like those wooden ones that was built into a house. Nobody? Anybody?
Yeah. Yep, I know exactly because we had one growing up in our house. I think our house was built in 1930, the house I grew up in, so it had one of those little telephone niches.
Right. So it's a telephone niche. Well, what I did was I had found one and I had it when we redid this house. I had them put it in the wall in the kitchen, and I didn't have it for a phone, but I use the shelves to put my uranium, like some kitchen uranium things, like the one I got from Thrift U. This is there. And then I fashioned a black light. I got a black light from Amazon, and I got a piece of, it's like tiara or something, like, you know, like those things you used to hang on the wall, home interior. And I took it and I put like I cut out like it's on my Instagram. I'll repost it so you can see it. But it's, I kind of made it into a makeshift kind of black light. So it hides the black light. But when I have the lights off, I can just click that on and it just glows so pretty. And it makes me so happy. I love it. And like I said, and the pieces that I've gotten from people, like, you know, Vivian gave me this every time I use this. I mean, it just makes me feel special because it's like I have people that, you know, think enough of me that they got this for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the pieces that Sarah got me or Miss Pam, you know, or just, you know, and like I said, I packed away the one that Sandra from the Pink Elephant Parlor gave me. It was gorgeous. It came from Sandy and Otto, who has great stuff too. A little uranium glass bunny nesting thing. Because again, it was one of those things that I don't want anything to happen to it. I'm going to pack this away very nicely. And then I can't find it.
Well, it will come to you one day. And I cannot wait to see a picture sometime of your little display of how you display all this. It is just amazing. And I love that you actually live with these pieces. And thank you so much, Christy, for sharing your collections with us tonight. I think
it was a pleasure.
Totally mesmerized. And I was sitting there like a kid in the candy shop going, oh, that's so amazing.
Well, you know, I get so excited. I don't know if other people do. And I love this community because the people that are in my everyday life, they're like, in fact, some people are like, I don't know, I wouldn't drink out of that, or I wouldn't, you know, because I'm afraid of getting something. But I'm like, but the people like y'all in the community, y'all get it. You know, you'll get the whole,
yep.
You know, the buzz. And you're like, you know what I'm talking about? You go into the antique store or the antique mall and you're like, oh my gosh, your adrenaline starts pumping and you're looking for it. And you're like, yeah, you know?
Exactly. And you know what? Let me tell you, my grandmother ate off of that uranium sunflower cake plate that I have, Jeanette Glass, every single day. They ate off of it. And she is almost 91 years old now.
Wow.
And you know what? I'm telling you, it's amazing. There is no, I mean, you know, obviously manufacturing uranium and the radium and the clocks that the women had to paint on, that's a whole different story of people getting sick. But my grandmother ate off of that every day and she is fine. So I'm telling you that you might as well enjoy it and live with this stuff, because you really do get more, you know, not poisoning, that's a terrible word. You get more radium from your smoke detectors than you do actual uranium pieces.
It's true. It's true. And so, like, you know, if you love something, use it. And if you're afraid to use it, put flowers in it. Like I said, I can't tell you how beautiful roses look, or even like I also I have so many collections. I've got a small little collection of chocolate pots, you know, like the porcelain chocolate pots that are hand painted. Dee is feeding my habit on that one, okay? Because she always finds these beautiful chocolate pots. It's like up north, they find some cool stuff. Here in Texas, this stuff is crazy expensive. You would not believe. And, you know, but I mean, I feel like, you know, you should use those things. That's what they were made to be used. Use them
and enjoy them. Well, guys, a big round of applause for Christie tonight. Thank you so much for coming on. Of course, if you're not subscribed to the fabulous Tippywinks Vintage, what are you doing? Go subscribe. Christie is just amazing. I love her energy, and she's so fun and has many great collections and always shares wonderful things from different people in our community. She supports everybody, so go check out Christie Tippywinks Vintage on IG, and of course on YouTube. I've linked that down below. And of course, I believe Vinny had mentioned a wonderful uranium account in the chat. So if you guys are on Instagram, definitely go check out Radioactive Antiques. And of course, Tim, and over the years, who has great sales, and everybody in the chat who has a channel, go subscribe to them. And it's a really great group we've got here. So thanks, guys, for tuning in tonight. Just a quick note from me, I will not be having a vinyl video on Friday. My grandfather's funeral is tomorrow, so I'm going to take some time off and be with family, but I'll be back next week with our regular scheduled reading of House of Flesh on Monday. So I will be back to that then, and all of our regular scheduled content for the week. And so lots and lots of fun. And next week, our guest for Show and Tell is going to be the fabulous Tammy, who's in the chat. She's going to be showing her camera collection next week.
Have lots of questions for her. Have lots of questions for her. Detailed questions.
And a quick shout out to one of my best friends in the chat, Chelsea. Thanks so much for tuning in, Chelsea. I'm so glad you're able to join us. So yes, we will be back next week, Show and Tell 9:30, as always, with Tammy showing her wonderful camera collection, Vintage Uprising, Texas. And again, a big round of applause for Christie Tippywinks Vintage. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to me and Christie. And in the meantime, we'll be seeing you in the chats and of course on Instagram. And I hope, as always, you guys will stay in, stay safe, and show that Pam. Bye-bye, guys.